Hello everyone, and welcome back to my The Last of Us 2 grounded mode, stealth, no damage, all collectibles. Walk through that title is always a mouthful. We are on Seattle Day 2 now as Ellie. In this episode we have to take on Hillcrest. There's some challenging areas in this part. Let's get it going. Alright, so we have to head into the theatre to go and find Dino. I actually already recorded the commentary for this part, and then when I got to the end of it, I went and looked at my audio recording software, and my microphone wasn't working, which is great, so I'm having to come back and re-record this part. Pro YouTube content creator, by the way. Alright, so we need to go up these stairs, and up to where we found the keys earlier. That's where Dina is. And we'll have a little cutscene kick in. I'll let the cutscene play out. And we shall move on.
Hey. How hot do I look right now?
Pretty hot. How'd you fix it?
It was a loose connection. Antenna. They found our mess at the school.
Good.
This guy, Owen, he went AWOL.
Maybe Tommy got to him.
Maybe.
What about her?
Nothing yet.
Unit Romeo, you are requested at Site 2. Repeat, you are requested at Site 2. Confirm.
So, the numbers are locations. The TV station we were at, that's 6. There's a lot of chatter coming out of 2, so I'm assuming that's their home base. That helps.
Look. Last night was... stupid.
Casualties reported in 14. All available units report. Over. This is Site 13. Unit Lima nearby. How many scars you got? Over. Negative on scars. Lone male trespasser. Armed.
Lone male
Over.
trespasser?
Tommy, where's 14?
Not 100% sure.
Okay, then guess.
If this is 7, 12's all the way over here. I guess it's somewhere in this neighborhood?
Hillcrest. Okay. Dina?
Yeah. Not good.
Hey. I'll go get him. You keep tracking them, okay?
Yeah, okay. Wait. Give me your hand. It's for good luck.
I don't believe in luck.
I do.
Okay, Hillcrest. Is this the right place? Definitely the right place.
Right.
Shit.
So when you gain control, turn around and come down here, and in this truck there's a trading card, and to get to that trading card you're going to need to smash the window. There we go. Are you ready for some speed reading? I'm so ready. Uchamero. Flip it. Just get it going. Brains 80, Brawn 40, the new dogs, name is unknown. Having earned his fortune as the creator of streetwear line I See a Universe Where, this disillusioned former entrepreneur retired at age 32, intended to travel the globe and spread the gospel of decommodification. But after being struck twice by lightning on a mountaintop in Peru, he was gifted with the ability to conjure visions with the beat of his psionic drum. With the right rhythm, his visions can alter reality, bringing people's unpredictable dreams to life. I'm not sure what it said at the very end there. Did it say neutral? I'm not sure. We read the main text, that's all that matters, right? If you can read these faster than me, props to you. Might be easier for you to scan and read them or something. There's a couple of collectibles for us to get in this area. This is quite a small area. We're going to go into this, I guess it's a clothing store. Check the aisles, of course, for any pickups. I don't think there's anything here, but it never hurts to run up and down just to see if anything pops up. See if we get any prompts to pick up any items. But let's drop down this hole. I'm still checking. Bear with me. Nah, there's nothing here. Alright. So down we go. Oos. And there's a workbench here, but we can open up this drawer in the filing cabinet. I don't think there's anything in that. But either way, let's access this workbench. If you are trying to get all of the collectibles, even if you don't want to upgrade anything, you're going to have to access the workbench and just back out of it to get it to count. Grab the weapon parts. They're all here. And there's some supplements right here. And a collectible sitting on this table. And it says,
It's pretty good.
Happy birthday, Dad, the best clicker killer in the whole QZ. And I'm guessing that's the guy that attacks you a little later in this part when you get the bow. This trophy doesn't count as a collectible, but doesn't hurt to have a look at it. Anything that you can pick up and look at and you don't take with you, I don't think it counts as a collectible. The only stuff like that really are the journal entries. Like you'll examine something and Ellie will write in her journal. It seems like there's a lot more journal entries than there actually are, but there's only 20 in the entire game. There are more than that, but they're the ones that get automatically added. So if you want to read the entire journal, your best bet is to flick back a few pages every time you get a new journal entry and just see if there's something new there. That's what I tend to do. You'll see me do that here and there. So we got some supplements here. I don't think there's any collectibles in this shop, but doesn't hurt to look around, see what you can find. I think if we go through this door, we can sort of head to the left and back inside. No? Okay. I'm not sure if you can actually get in there. There might be some pickups. You might want to check. There was like a wooden pallet leaning up against the door. Maybe there's some pickups in there. There's no collectibles, but you never know. Maybe there's a couple of bullets or something like that. So, into the laundromat. We've got a bit of rag there, helpful for making Molotovs. Always good to be scavenging. And then let's go in here. I'm pretty sure there's a collectible in here on the desk. Yeah, there it is. They think we're sheep. Bear your fangs. Join the Washington Liberation Front. Okay. So, after grabbing that one, let's move out here, see if there's anything here for us to pick up. I don't think there is. Something there on the floor. That's the filing cabinet. Hey, we got a revolver bullet. Nice. Let's get that bad boy reloaded. In this episode, we get the other... It counts as a weapon upgrade. I think that's what they're called. But it's essentially just a holster that allows you to quick swap between your two handguns. Just like we can do with the rifle and the shotgun at the moment. But make sure you've crafted a silencer at this point as well. You're going to need a silencer soon to deal with the dogs. It's one of the reasons I've been saving the stuff we found so far to make one of those bottles and whatnot are rare. So it's a good idea to save that stuff until you actually need it. If you haven't got one at this point, you might have to deal with a tricky area coming up. And that's because we have our first encounter with the dogs, and you can't stealth kill the dogs. The only way... Oh, hold up. Small cutscene. too many of these assholes. The only way to deal with the dogs stealthily is with a silencer, or maybe a Molotov, but you have to make sure you're out of sight when you're using it. Okay, so when we jump over the truck, we're going to come down to the left, and there's another shop here. Very sneaky one, easy to miss this shop. And in here, there's a couple of collectibles, so you want to make sure you come in here and open up this drawer. Got some supplements there. I'll take that. And I can now get my faster stealth kills upgrade. I've been holding off spending that stuff. We've got a piece of a bottle there, which is useful towards making silencers. We've got a note right here. It says, Boris, what did we get ourselves into? The wolves were supposed to make things better. The military hoarded all the resources, controlled what we said, told us what job to do, and so far the wolves are doing the same exact thing. And now they're talking about moving everyone to the stadium. What? I grew up in this town. I survived the outbreak in this town. I'm not moving to some refugee camp where some asshat tells me where I can and can't wipe my own ass. This is my home. We need a plan. We can't settle for the same thing. Ulai. Right. So... see what's in this drawer. Big fat nothing. So at the back of this area there's a trading card on these boxes. Make sure you don't miss that. Let's have a little look at that guy. Sahir the Sorcerer. Okay, let's have a read. Brain 60, Brawn 80, affiliation none. Sahir Nassar is the real name. A decorated war hero, Sahir was a Kawati combat medic known for his courage under fire and selfless attitude. After saving a mysterious old man from an airstrike, they gifted Sahir a small golden talisman. Much to his surprise, the talisman granted Sahir the ability to manipulate sand. Now Sahir uses his newfound power to shield his allies, creating temporary yet impregnable fortresses out of sand, and when he teams up with Candelabra, deadly shards of glass. Hero. Cool. Okay, so that's everything in this shop. Let's head out of here. Good idea to grab this one first, just because you have to head back on yourself to get it. A very sneaky little location over there. So we're going to head to this shop. I think this is the used bookstore. And there is a note on the desk in here, but let's have a little look around, see if we can find some pickups. Handgun bullet. Always useful. And there's a note on the desk right here. Let's have a little read. Boris, Wolves broke into Federal HQ and found the enlisted rosters. I've heard they're starting to knock on doors looking for soldiers. I'm not going to be executed in my own town. After things calm down, I'll try to return with a new name. I couldn't find Alfie. I put his food on your back porch. In case I don't come back, give him lots of scratches for me. He always loved you and Sophia. Yolanda. Okay. It's another collectible down. Good times. Hop in this fence. And over here, if you look at this banner, you can get a journal entry. Let's have a little read of that. Okay. What do I do here? We just started. I shouldn't have said that to her. She's going to treat me different now. I know it. I wish my fucking mask didn't break. When did she figure out she was pregnant? Where were we a couple of weeks ago? Boyce? I remember her throwing up in Kennewick. This is too much. It all fucking makes sense. The throwing up, how tired she's been. What the fuck, Dina? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you trust me? But did you trust her? What should I do? It's too late to turn back. Just gotta end this whole thing as quickly as possible. Fuck the WLF. So I think I may flip back here and take a look, but the last thing we have is the Shamblers, and that was the collectible we got off the Shamblers when we killed them, so nothing new there. Into Rust and Coffee then. If you smash these, I guess, glass cabinets, you can sometimes find pickups, but there's nothing in that one. Games being cheap. This door's locked, but we can get around into that area by heading into the back here and hopping up this table and into the vent. A couple of pickups in that room, so we want to go in there. Let's get moving. Okay. Rifle bullet there for us. And some explosive powder. Don't think there's anything else in here. We can unlock this door now. I'm going to craft a trap mine, because we got the stuff to do so. You might not want to do that if you need the bottle to make a silencer. make sure you've got a silencer for this next area, because like I said, we're going to have to deal with dogs, and the dogs are very tricky to get rid of stealthily. You need to basically just shoot them in the face when their owners aren't looking, or when you're lying down in some grass or something like that. It's pretty much the only way to deal with them. There's no stealth mechanic to deal with the dogs, which kind of sucks. But it's all we can do to get through its stealth. I'll explain a little bit more when we get to that point though. So, moving across this rooftop. Just having a little look around for anything shiny we can pick up, but I don't see anything. Alright. Combat time.
We hold the perimeter until we hear otherwise. Keep an eye out in case he comes this way.
I got something.
Woof.
Get in there.
Alright. This section definitely took me a good few attempts.
I think this guy's connected to the
But we're going to come over here.
That'd be a hell of a coincidence if there weren't.
And we need to get to the grass next to this cop car and lie down in it. And the dog's going to come walking around the corner first, followed by the human. Just wait for the dog to be in your line of sight and take the shot to take him out. It's a difficult shot to make. You don't have aim assist on grounded, so you need to hit it in the face, like I mentioned. It's kind of vital that you hit your shots, just because the silencer runs out, and when you've killed that dog, we're going to come over here and crawl behind this cop car and see what the humans do. The NPCs in this game, when they're hunting you, they kind of have different stages. There's like the undetected stage, which is just they carry on with their normal routines, and I'll try my very best to keep them in that stage most of the time. Unfortunately, because we need to kill the dogs, they'll notice that their dog has died, which means they know someone's around, but they don't know where, so they're hunting you, and that's sort of the second stage, and that's what they're in right now.
Let's go, boy.
When they spot you, they go into the third stage, and they usually just take cover in that stage, and their senses are like super heightened, and they'll catch you so damn quickly. So if we can keep them in this stage, we're still not being found, so stealth still counts in my book. And like I mentioned, there's no real way to get through this without killing the dogs, because the dogs will just sniff you out. So after that chick walks away from the cop car, take her out. And as long as you're leaving the bodies in the grass, they shouldn't get found unless somebody walks directly over them. But still, that won't change the state. These guys know we're here at the moment, they just don't know where, so they're hunting us. There's another dog coming out of the store, we're going to take him out. Waiting next to this U-Move van. Your dog is dead. After you've killed the dog, move around the truck here and wait for this chick to walk away from you. And then move up on her. Stay low in the grass just in case she decides to turn around. And then give it the old 1-2. That quicker stealth takeout makes things a hell of a lot easier right now. And then we've got the guy that was originally with the dog lurking around. I'm going to try and crawl over to the tree here and try and take him out by moving around the tree and just getting behind him. He's done for. So this area will give you numerous checkpoints, which is kind of handy. I feel like if you just sit still for a moment, the checkpoints tend to activate. I can't guarantee that, and you might get different checkpoints to me. But if you keep your distance from the enemies and you're undetected, you will get a checkpoint most of the time. And that's what just happened to us there. I had to hit that checkpoint after getting spotted. So we got another dog in the distance here. We got to take the dog out. Difficult shot to make right there. Need to hit it in the face. Your dog is dead. And then I'm going to crawl behind this car. And the game gave me another checkpoint right there because I was out of sight and the enemies were far away. Still undetected. And this guy is coming towards us, so let's just be patient. A big part of playing this game stealth is just having patience and waiting for the right moment to attack. Here, is it a she? Oh no, there's two of them. There's chicks come over as well. I think the other guy might have gone the other way, perhaps. But she's going to step into this store. You want to get her as soon as you possibly can and take her out. It's another one down. And the other guy, let's figure out where he went. He might have gone into the stores that are next to me. Surprised he hasn't found any bodies. I'm not sure if they detect that their dog has been killed, if it sort of counts as they found a body, and even if they find the people that you've killed, they won't react to it, they won't care. So now we've got, I think, another enemy that comes through the back of the store here. And we're going to head through here and through this door. You could sort of see him through the glass right there. And get behind them. Hello. Time to die then. Right. And that, I think that leaves just 2 now. And they're both towards the back of the area. One of them is patrolling the door that we need to use to leave this area. And the other one is more to the left, going through a couple of the stores. But still keep low. These guys can spot you from like a mile away if you're just crouched and not prone. So play it slowly. Take your time. Push up this way. Keep it moving. Right, so I think this guy is over there right now, and I think he crosses over and comes towards this store. And you need to take this guy out without the other one seeing you. And because they're quite close together, that can be quite tricky. But I'm just sort of checking what they're doing right now, because when they're in this stage of hunting you, they can do sort of random things. They can end up going to different places, so you just need to find the right moment. It's all about waiting patiently for them to be in the right place. He thought he saw me there, so he's going to investigate. That actually works out quite well for us, because it lures him away from his original path. You can see here that he's sort of looking around. If I would have gone for him there, he would have spotted me. So just to have that patience. And I think now's a good time to try and get him. He might slip into this store, but you also want to keep an eye on the person that is patrolling the red door on your right, because if they're looking in your direction when you take this guy out, you're going to have a bad time. So he's going into this store. Like I mentioned, they don't have very set paths, but they will do certain things. They will repeat themselves by going and checking out certain areas. But if you see what he's doing here, checking the corners, there's a big randomization element where sometimes they'll just, instead of looking the way he did right there, he'll just look back at you and spot you. It's definitely frustrating. And the use of checkpoints 100% had to be used for me in this area. Doing this stuff stealth is very, very challenging. But I don't mind using checkpoints. I've already told you guys that this is a segmented run. But it also shows you that doing stuff stealth in this game is possible. It just takes time. If you haven't got resources, it can be difficult, I know. But it is possible. Right, so now we've got to take out the last person that's patrolling the door. This is where we've got to go. We've killed the 3 dogs, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm just going to bide my time here, wait for this person to be in the right position. And we're just waiting out. So this is a big difference between The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2. You didn't have this tall grass in The Last of Us 1 or prone mechanics. And that kind of makes stealth a little bit easier. You can sort of just wait for the right moment. We're getting there. He's coming over here now. One really sucky thing about grounded mode is just that you don't have that sort of buffer time that you do in the other difficulties, where you can sort of hear that they can see you. You know, it's like a whooshing sound. It's like shh when you're being spotted. You don't get that in grounded mode. If they spot you for a second, that's it. You're done. Okay. As Ellie just said. So, that's everybody cleared out. We just need to loot up, I guess. Let's see what's in these buildings. I don't think there's very much, if anything, here. I'm also not sure if I went and checked the filing cabinet in the first building we were in. I guess we'll see if I went and checked it or not. Drawer here. Nah, nothing in there. Yeah, I do remember there not being a fat lot loot-wise in any of these areas. Let's go and see. I wonder if I did check that filing cabinet. I know there's one in the building we started in. Oh, I guess I didn't check it. It might be worth going to check that for some extra loot. It's in one of the corners of that first building where the dog comes at you initially. Definitely no collectibles here. Just pickups. Possible pickups at least. Just so much stuff. In grounded mode, it's just empty. There's just no loot. It's kind of frustrating that they didn't release grounded mode when the game came out. But well. Let's go. It's a whole triangle to get through here. We're making good progress. There's another big area we need to get to that has a bunch of collectibles in it. A lot of the collectibles in this game are optional. You don't have to get them. It's up to you whether you want to go for them or not. But they do kind of help you out. Especially with the magazines and the weapon upgrades. The safes have a lot of loot in them to upgrade your weapons and whatnot. So right here, we need to go and get the dumpster that's back in this area. And I think I did the next area in a bit of a weird order. But I'll talk about that once we reach that point. We've got a couple of pickups here. Always helpful. I think that was a bottle and some parts to upgrade the weapons. Saving all of those weapon parts for the bow, as that is the stealth weapon. Even though you don't get a lot of arrows, but I feel like it does help. Right. So we need to drag this dumpster up here. Push it all the way up the ramp, and then hop on top of it and climb up this ledge and down here. There's a few collectibles in this building.
It worked.
First of which being in the room to your right here. Here we go. Got a note. Beautiful. Boris, I'm so sorry. What those wolves did to Sophia was horrifying. I can't help but feel somewhat responsible. I've been getting the town so riled up about standing our ground against the wolves. When she started spray painting over their rules, I didn't discourage her hard enough. I kept it from you. I thought she'd stop. I know you want to retaliate against the wolves. Believe me, I feel the same way. But we can't. Not now. We've got to be smart. Let things cool down. People will be looking for you for how to handle this. You were a leader here after the outbreak. I need you to be a leader now. Let's not let everything we fought for be in vain. Ulai. When I'm reading this stuff fast, it's so easy to stumble over my words. So on your right as you come out of this room, there's a trading card in the spokes of this bike. Let's have a little read of that. Naladi the youthful, or is that Nalidi? I don't know. Let's flip that over. Brains 80, brawn 20, affiliation none, real name Nalidi Mbagai. Though she wears baggy robes to cover her numerous burn marks, don't let Nalidi's frail grey-haired appearance fool you. After refusing to die alongside her family in an arson attack, her cries for revenge allowed a dark spirit to inhabit her being. Bringing a curse disguised as a blessing while touching another living being, neither can be physically harmed or killed. Infinitely vulnerable so long as she is alone, she is teamed up with the mighty Bizarbra, whose strength the wizard allows her to carry Nalidi into battle with those who've wronged her. A near invulnerable team-up. Did that say neutral at the bottom? I'm not sure what affiliation she was, but we got the text out of the way. GG's all round. So we got a workbench here again. If you want to get this to count, you have to access it and then back out. We do get the bow in this video towards the end of it. I think it's actually right at the very end that we get the bow. But you can't miss that weapon, I don't think. I'm pretty sure you have to get the bow. It's one of those ones that's just put in your immediate path. It's not like the shotgun. Alright, so through here we go. Let's have a little look around for any pickups. I don't see anything. Yep. Back and forth, being extra thorough. So in this area there's a couple of collectibles that I do in a weird order. You might want to just watch what I'm doing at a certain point. I'll let you know the collectible I'm talking about.
Actual tattoo shop.
You might have to go kind of back and forward. Although you can follow along with me, it just makes things a little bit counterproductive, I guess. Got some supplements there, nothing in this drawer. And this is the tattoo shop. In the back of the tattoo shop, you can find a note. Okay, Uli. You know our hearts will always be with Hillcrest, but after Sophia's shooting, we've decided to head to the stadium with the others. We've got our own kids to think about, the Brandmans. P.S. Saw Boris a couple of hours ago. We tried talking to him, but he seemed off. Please talk to him. I hope you guys will join us. So at the back here of the tattoo shop, through the door that I'm standing next to, there's like a room that's full of runners that you need to open. Inside is a safe. And the weapon upgrade is in that safe, and obviously the safe counts as a collectible, and so does the weapon upgrade. To get the code for the safe, you have to go over here and read a note. If you know the code, you could just open it. But in this area, there's a Shambler, and I had to hit a checkpoint here and sort of do this again. You can come back and forward through this area, but like I said, I kind of did it in a weird order. There's also more collectibles in the liquor store that's next to us, so you might not want to do this collectible I'm about to do now. You might want to leave these next couple until after you've done the ones in the back of the tattoo shop and the ones in the liquor store. Smashing the glass here. First of all, grab those supplements. Smashing the glass alerts the Shambler that's in the bar, and he'll come over and sort of check out what's going on. There's a note right here, and this is one of the collectibles. Let's have a quick read. Ulai, it was Boris. I saw him shoot that WLF patrol against their own van. Jesus, I get it. They killed his daughter, but he's just signed our death warrant. We have one chance out of this. We turn him in. I know he's your friend, but if the wolves shot that girl over some graffiti, think of what they'll do to all of us if they think we're harboring the killer of 3 of their own. Let's meet at the usual place after curfew. Eggs. So, like I mentioned, to get to this next collectible, you have to go through the bar. There's a Shambler and a runner in this area. But because I messed up, I had to hit a checkpoint, and that means I had to deal with the runner again. The runner respawned for me when I hit that checkpoint. So you might want to leave this next collectible at the very least until the end, because we've got to go this way to progress with the main storyline. So think like you've got to come this way anyway. I will show you where the collectible is right now, but you might want to leave this one. I know I'm repeating myself, but we've got to deal with this runner first. Shambler's over there, and the runner will come through the door, and I use the silenced pistol to take him out. He comes through and just stops right here, and it's just an easy shot. Rather than having to like take him out in front of the Shambler, there's a good chance the Shambler will hear you. I haven't got the stuff to make another silencer, but we're close. I just need a bit more rag, I think. Explosives powder there. So here's the collectible right here. Again, you might want to leave this one until we get the rest done. I picked it up and moved over here just so that the Shambler doesn't spot me while I read it. Let's have a read. I opened the journal there. It was stupid. Dale's combo is the note we want to read. Yo, when Dale comes by, he's going to ask for the safe combo, but just walk over to the garage and put it in yourself. Otherwise, he's going to bother you 8 more times. The combo is 308265. Someone needs to talk to his wife. I know she wants to think he's going to get better, but it's time to get practical. I heard the WLF have some real doctors at their base. Nobody would blame her for leaving, except I missed that at the very end. We just missed that last line, but you get the gist. So, to continue here, you need to go through this door. And that's the way along the main path. But like I mentioned, a couple of collectibles back in the area that we were just in, and I hit the checkpoint and came back to this point because I basically forgot about those collectibles and had to come back. And when I hit the checkpoint, the runner respawned, and the glass that we broke to get the previous collectible wasn't smashed. So I had to alert the Shambler again. But let's take out this runner first of all. That's why he's here again. A little bit of explaining to do on my part, but I'm sure you guys understand. It's not difficult to reroute and just come back and get that collectible we just picked up at the end. Save you having to double back like I am right now. But either way, sneaking through the bar here. Back into the streets. Right. Alright, we're back here. And head to your left out of this door. Go to the liquor store. And there's 2 more Shamblers in the basement of the liquor store, which is where we've got to go. This is another magazine spawn. And I've already mentioned this a couple of times, but I'll mention it again. You may get a different magazine to what I get here. I think there's 8 magazines total in the game. 4 for Ellie and 4 for Abby. And there's one spawn where I don't get the magazine because I'm essentially getting them early, and I think that's got to do with me having the extra DLC, but they should still spawn for you. You should still find them. And I will show you all of the locations of where they can be, so you will get to find them all. One great thing... Oh, hold up, let me explain this. Throw a bottle over there, and that will lure the Shamblers over. And that way, you can sneak through here without having to deal with them. There's some pickups on the table right here. There's a rifle bullet we can't take, which is a shame. But we're full on rifle ammo, so who cares? So we're heading this way through the door right, and we need to jump through the hole in the wall. On the left side of this room, there's some supplements there in the bathroom you can grab too. And once you get to this point, you should be safe. So we're talking about magazines, right? I will show you all of the spawns for the magazines, but one great thing about this game is if you do miss a collectible, if you go to the main menu and look at the chapter select, you can see where you're missing collectibles, in which chapter you are missing collectibles. And then you can figure out where exactly you've missed one, if something has gone wrong. So bear that in mind. It doesn't really matter too much if you miss one, because you're just going to have to play through like one more chapter if you've missed a collectible somehow. Pretty good feature of this game. So next up, we need to go back through the tattoo parlor, or the hair. I think it's a hair salon at the back over here as well. Yeah, going for either one of these will lead you to the same place basically. And in this next room that I'm about to open is a bunch of runners. There's no way to do this stealth. When you open the door, they just hear you and come running. Problem is, when you fire your gun, you're going to alert the Shambler that we were sneaking past earlier, and he's going to run over here. So, get this out of the way. Didn't mean to climb that there. Open up the door, get ready with a Molotov, is my advice, and then switch to the rifle or the shotgun. I use the rifle because I'm full on ammo. So chuck a Molotov in the doorway, that should kill a couple of them, and there should be, I think, 4 in total, possibly 5. I backed up to the tree here and took my last shot, and that'll mean that the Shambler will run to the tree to investigate the area. I didn't know he was going to come, but he just sort of came. I could hear him coming, so I was like, okay, I need to move quietly over to this doorway to hide from him. I probably could have just laid down next to that sort of concrete barrier there, and he wouldn't have seen me, but I wasn't sure where he was going to go or where he was going to look. So I ducked into this room right here and just waited behind the door for him to be done searching. He'll go back to the bar where he came from, but we'll just wait. You can see how crazy their hearing is and how far they will actually travel to come and search an area. That's like on the other side of the street. It's nuts that he heard that. But it might be because we'd already alerted him. I don't know if, like I mentioned, doing these ones before you go there and get that one that I've had to double back through, if he even will come over. He might not even come over if you do it that way. Okay. So a couple of pickups on these guys. We use 2 rifle bullets. If you really wanted to, you could go back through the basement and get that bullet we left behind, but I wouldn't recommend it. So 30... was it 82? Yeah, 82, and then I think 65. There we go.
Yes.
And the weapon upgrade that we don't have is in here. This is for the handguns, so you can quickly switch between your handguns now. And that's both of the weapon upgrades for Ellie. There's 2 for each character, 2 for Ellie, 2 for Abby. Good times. Right. So, I think there's another room in this area where you can pick up some stuff. Supplements there. There might be a bullet in this drawer. Yep, shotgun bullet. Very nice. And I think that's it. So let's leave. Now we need to... I think that's all of the collectibles in this area, and now we need to head back through the bar and we can continue along the main path. So this video is a little bit shorter than my previous ones, but I think I made up for it with the previous video because that video was a bit longer. And the reason this video is shorter is because the next part we're going to do involves a very difficult section in Hillcrest, and I wanted to make sure that that part was shown first in the video. So like I mentioned, because I had to hit a checkpoint earlier, the glass here has repaired itself and I didn't have the supplements, so I had to break the glass again and jump through and get the supplements. And I think the Shambler came through and was looking for me, and I waited for him to be out of the way, and then I jumped through the glass and just headed through the bar. You can do it the same way as me, or you can wait for him to go back into the bar and sneak around him. Bear in mind, if this is the first time you've been through here, you're going to have that runner as well that's also waiting for you. So be prepared. Let's wait for him to move on his way. Or her way. We're not going to assume genders. We're all about equality over here on the Freems channel. So he headed back outside. I'm not sure if he went back to where he went to earlier, where we took those shots, if he went to go investigate that again or something. I don't know why he did that. But that allowed me to check the bar for pickups too, although there was nothing here. And like I said, be wary of the runner that might be in this kitchen. You've got that collectible that's on the wall, if you haven't got it already. And yeah, we've got to go this way just to continue along the main path. So there's an arrow right here you want to grab. Arrows are quite rare. Make sure you grab that. So I had to hit a checkpoint here, and sometimes my checkpoints can be a little awkward. This is the shack that was just in front of us. There's 3 runners in this area. And we're going to take this one out and then jump into the area we need to progress. You don't always have to take out everything. I'm more inclined to take out the human NPCs over the infected, because they're a lot smarter. These guys are kind of dumb. They just sort of shamble about. I was going to go and take him out, but then I saw the second one that was sort of in the way of the path, and I thought, nah, let's go back and hop over the fence. Once you get over this fence, those infected won't chase you, I don't think. This is where you need to come to progress anyway. So there is a trading card at the back of this playhouse right here. Don't miss that. Let's have a little read. Brainstorm. Okay, real name Akio Sato, brains 80, brawn 40, affiliation none. A tech billionaire with a taste for adrenaline. Brainstorm likes nothing better than to rush into danger and save the day, using inventions of his own creation. But there's a catch. He doesn't make a move until you decide how he should proceed, through his crowdsource heroism map. Justify. Who will be his next enemy? The choice rests in your hands. Neutral hero. Okay. So in this house, there's another couple of collectibles, and I think one of the collectibles actually explains those runners that were locked up in that garage, which is kind of cool. Okay, Yolanda, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to keep taking care of Alfie. You were right about the wolves. They turned out to be worse than the military. What I didn't expect is that our own neighborhood would turn on each other. They all saw the wolves that did what they did to my poor Sophia, and what did everyone want to do in return? Appease. I deserve wolf blood. They should have joined me. Instead, they conspired against me. I poisoned them, one by one. Not enough to kill them, just put them to sleep. Then I dragged them into the spored garage. Ulai woke up, we wrestled, I shut him in there, but he bit me. Those traitors are going to watch each other turn, they will suffer. I hope they think of me when they lose their minds. I'm already starting to lose mine, it won't be long now. I hope you find peace somewhere outside of this shitty town. Ah, that was a bit slow. But you get the point, Boris did that to those guys, he poisoned them and then chucked them in a spored garage. Another collectible here. This is just like a little flyer. Full intro into saving sale. With unbeatable deals by Rosemonts today, bring this coupon to get 25% off your entire purchase. Okay. We got a drawer here. Not sure if there's any pickups. I don't quite remember, but I do know that be ready with your shotgun when you move through this broken door. Be ready with it. Equip your shotgun, because you're going to have to fight the guy with the bow, and he just sort of jumps you. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just one of those things. If you want to use another weapon, that's your choice. I like to use the shotgun just because it's nice and easy to get him killed. Let's go ahead and create a Molotov heal. Just stock up. Free up space for the items we can pick up. So as soon as you get released by this guy, just shoot him in the face. You can see how quick he moves up on you. And he has the bow, which is a very useful weapon. Pick that stuff up. Have to pry it from his cold dead corpse. There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah, this'll do.
Alright. Extra arrows, always helpful. We got 2 now. Have a little search around, see what you can find. Don't think there's very much in here. Oh no, there we go, some scissors. There was something else there as well, I didn't quite see what it was. Weapon parts, nice. Alright. So, we're going to open up this door. And I think you have to take a shot with the bow. The game sort of holds you in place until you take a shot at one of the dummies. So just shoot this one on the left in the chest. Don't miss your shot, because you can retrieve your arrow.
Let's see.
Right. So this is like the end of the video for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you found this one useful. Let me know in the comment section if you have. In the next video, we'll be taking on this next big combat section. If you want to support me further, come on over to twitch.tv/ifreams and check out my live stream. We have a lot of fun over there. And if you enjoy my casual playthroughs, you might enjoy your stay over there. Again, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. And until next time,
No way.
take it easy.
He's still up here. Just blew up one of our fucking trucks.
You sure?
Yes, I'm fucking sure. Everybody spread out. We may have multiples.